Good morning, sir. So today I'm going to give you a demo of our project. Let's walk through the demo of our project. First, I'm going to introduce the what's our project. Our project is about the transport services using LLM. So let's get to the workflow of our project. First, we need to have a data in order to perform the RAG implementation for a project. So we have used web scraping in order to get the data from the websites like Parivahan or Telangana Transport Services website. So we prepare the data and the load the data set such that we tokenize the data and we perform chunking on it. We perform vector embedding generation. We store in this data into these vectors into the vector database. Then we check for the similarity comparison where we check it because whenever a user asks his query in the front end part, this query is being sent to the Flask, and then the model checks whether the query is similar to the data it contains. If it doesn't contain the similar data, then it tells that it is not my context of the generation of any topic, so it doesn't generate any output. If it is similar, then it retrieves the relevant documents passed to the LLM, then it generates the response and returns the response to the user of what he have asked. So this is the workflow of our project. Let's get to the architecture. So in architecture we have three parts: front end, back end, model training. Front end. So with the front end part, we have used React, Tailwind, and Bootstrap for our project. And for the back end part, Flask and Clerk, and the model training, how that it trains on the data. So when it comes to the front end, the user gives his query into the front end part. He enters the query. So the query which has been entered by the user has been sent to the Flask. The Flask, what does it tell is it retrieves the model, and the model starts implementing the RAG implementation. So it checks whether it contains any data related to the data. Then what the response has been generated by that model is been sent to the Flask, and the Flask sends that response to the front end part. So this is how our project works on the implementation of our project. So let's get to the implementation part. So yeah, this is our React code. We have used React plus White, and we have also used the Tailwind for it as well. So let's start with implementing the server. So in order to implement, we have used npm run dev, which launches the server. So yeah, this localhost will follow the link. Actually, I have logged in already, so let's sign out and come from the starting. So it generates this web page. So in order to get to the chatbot, first thing we need to sign in. So let's sign in. Yeah, here it asks for the email address if we have an account, or it asks to continue with Google. So for right now, let's continue with Google. Yeah, my account, and let's continue. So after logging in, it shows the web page of our project. We have designed this with this part with the Tailwind, and we have designed all these things such that what our chatbot is going to give the information about, like how to apply for driving license, how to go for that online test and other services. So this is what how our services want to give. So in order to go to the chatbot, let's go to the chatbot. Yeah, right now we have got a chatbot. So here, this is the part section where we give the queries to the chatbot. So I don't know how to apply for driving license, so I want to ask how to apply for driving license. For driving license, then we have sent the response. Sorry, it's a wrong thing. Yeah, I have sent the query to it. It takes 5 to 10 seconds in order to generate the response. Yeah. So here is the information. So it tells what is the LGBT criteria. So it gives you basic information for an individual how to apply for a driving license. So it generates the response this way. So right now I want to get to know about how the biryani does. But this is out of context. This is not a chat GPT to generate it. So let's do this. So we'll check how it generates a response for out of context with it. We have asked biryani. Yeah. So it tells them, it gives a prompt that it doesn't contain any information, or its main intention is not to generate any response for the out of context. So this is the way how a chatbot works. And let's go to the code of our project. So this is the backend part of our project. So we have used the Flask, we have used request JSON file, then we have used chords as well, we have used transformers and Lara config and talk as well. So we have used all the things. So I'm working on a CPU. That's the reason it shows the CPU how of the torque which works on it, and the model we have used, and the data set we have used. So this is our it goes to, and this is the output directory where the generator is going, and this is the thing. And the main thing here is uh, the keywords. So how the chatbot thinks this is an out of context, or this is the main thing of our project. So this is where it generates. What happens is, whenever we give a query, whenever it goes to the RAG implementation part, it checks for the keywords whether the queries contains any of these keywords. Right now there are too many keywords to show you all the keywords. So it checks whether it contains all these keywords or any of these keywords in order to generate a response. If it doesn't contain any keyword, it tells that it is out of my context. If it contains these keywords, then it starts printing, it starts generating the response, what we have intended to. So this is how our project is based to work on. It gives you services, not services basically. It gives you basic information, on how you can apply for driving license or registration or anything. So this is how our project works. And thank you.